Hello, welcome. This is Hey Boss Bartender. Today we're going to be writing a fun short story, or trying to, called Killing for Content. We're going to have the summary for this bitch right here. Summary, bitch! So, like, outside of other reaction content, I don't want it to be like the Fine Brothers or like some shitty React content. I want it to be more like our creator, our main character, is like a pseudo respectable reaction content creator, in the same way um like someone will make a video essay about a movie or something, and then they talk about the movie, and obviously they have to show clips of the movie for context, but they're like critiquing it, or they're like commenting on it about a different way, or they're like, oh, I like the theme of this part for this reason, or look at the shot composition of this, it's fucking trash, or something like that. Because I want the internet to like kind of be mostly on the side of like, oh yeah, look at this like silly shitty analog horror story someone wrote, and then not realizing that it's like literally a snuff film. So I want our MC to have like at least 3 of the films before they started making content, and they're like, oh man. So they either like the content, or they're like critiquing the content, and I don't really want it to be like an utter shitpost or something. So yeah, this is like the basic summary. Formatting of the story. Perfect. Great. Okay, so yeah. Obviously, I want to make a outline like, oh yeah, chapter 1, blah 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 blah. You know, the first tape, the second tape, the third tape, so on, so forth. You know, I want to be able to like go back and forth and show the different like perspectives of like, oh, you know, I want to be able to have like a timeline of events of how they actually happen, and then a secondary timeline of events of how they're portrayed. That's how I want this outline to look. And then I'll be like, MC finds tape A in abandoned warehouse, or whatever, right? You know, or, you know, like, yeah. Like, that would be how we show the audience first. But in reality, you know, TK kills victims 1 through 3, you know, or something like that. And then MC finds tape A. You know, some of this is going to be pre-story and off-screen, obviously. Yeah. And so that's why I want the outline. I need a timeline first. And then after that, I want the creepypasta. The creepypasta it's going to be formatted like a crappy creepypasta, okay? I understand I suck at writing. I haven't written a fictional story since like 5th grade or some shit, you know, for like some standardized testing or something, I don't know. But I feel like if I can, you know, read some creepypastas, study some creepypastas, I'll be able to get a feel on how to write a story. I know about writing. I know a lot of the devices in writing. I know the theory, right? I can watch a movie or read a book, and I can tell you about the different things in it. Like, oh, hey, look. Think about Looking for Alaska by John Green. Hank Green? John Green. I haven't read it, unfortunately, so I'm not going to talk too much about it. But they kill Alaska, like, the main love interest of the fucking main antagonist, like, really fucking early on. And in doing so, they have like this girl's death basically be the main driving force for the main character. I don't even know what his fucking name is. I think they kill her like halfway through. But I don't know. This is like an example of fridging. This is obviously, I haven't read the book, so I don't know if it's like a pure example of fridging. But the concept of fridging is you kill someone's loved one for someone else's fucking character growth, right? Which is technically what we're doing. We're going to be having TK kill other people for his I don't know if it's a guy yet, for their character growth, and technically for MCs, right? So that's kind of what we're doing here. So I just want to write it, make it like, I don't know, like 4 or 5 pages max, just to get like an idea of what it is, right? Okay. Okay, so scripting, right? So at this point, I've gotten the creepypasta, and then I've done some more work. You know, maybe I've like posted the creepypasta a couple more times of like different revisions and different drafts, obviously. Um, and I'll be like, oh, actually, I liked it when these events happened in this order. You know, it's like, it's like a Subway sandwich, right? Damn, this pizza, this fucking meatball marinara, fucking slaps. You know what didn't slap on the meatball marinara? Putting lettuce in your meatball marinara. I'm taking out the lettuce, taking out the tomatoes. I'm gonna put some olives and some like banana peppers in it. You know what I mean? So we gotta like figure out our dressings here, our fucking seasonings here. That's what the creepypasta is going to be. So it's probably going to be in the creepypasta phase for a pretty fair amount of time until I am very, very solid on what I want the actual, yeah. It's actually going to be in the creepypasta phase for a fair amount of time because I want to make sure that I have the events of the stories, both how they actually happen within the story and how they are shown to the audience, down pat. I need that like 100%. I'm not changing any more of it. I need the story, quote unquote, finished from beginning to end before I start making the script. Because the script is our end product. Well, kind of. And so with the scripts are fucking hard. Right? There's a lot of different formattings that I don't know how to do. I've read scripts, I've done theater, and I've made some really shitty ones in high school when I made some YouTube videos that are no longer on YouTube because they got deleted. Get fucked. So writing scripts are hard. I've seen what they look like, and I don't know how they even get it to work. They actually make special script writing software because of how weirdly they're formatted that they don't use normal like Microsoft Word. Sometimes. Because I have two types of videos that I'm making here, right? I'm going to be making our main character's video essays about TK's films, right? And that's going to be really hard because TK films are going to be formatted like a normal analog horror story, right? It's disconjointed, it's weird, it's interpretive, but they all end in the quote unquote actual murder of someone, right? And our main character here, he doesn't realize that. And so he finds these tapes around the area, right? Where he lives or across the country. We don't know how big it is yet. And he makes the video essays about the films. The thing is, right? A video essay is significantly easier to make than a fake snuff film. You know? But I feel like I need to figure out, because it's going to be really hard, right? Because not only do I have to make it real enough to look convincing for the purpose of the story, but I also have to make it fake enough so that way other people would think it's fake. It'd be a lot of hair and makeup shit, you know, and I don't know how to do that. And that's actually going to be a lot that I learned. Ooh, that's actually a good idea. I have a good idea here. Check this out. What do I have to learn? You know, I gotta learn a lot of shit. So let's figure out how I gotta, what, like, I'm gonna have to learn some things. Like, here's the problem, right? Because first you gotta learn how to write. There's a lot of writing conventions, you know. There's going to be tropes, there's going to be cliches, obviously, and that's going to be kind of the fun of it, you know. But it's how do I do those classily, you know? How do I do those without, like, it being a crutch? How do I do those without me being fucking dog shit, you know? I don't want my writing to be complete and utter dog shit. Hence, I'm going to be in the copypasta phase for, like, a while. And then also, there's a lot of writing styles. There's a lot of ways people write. And so I should probably figure out there's going to be a lot of experience. Okay, not just writing styles, as in like the style of how you read it, but how people processes. How about that? There's a lot of different writing processes. Some people fucking record what they think out of their head, and then they have it as a transcript, and then they edit the transcript, and then they do something like that. I might try that first, to be fucking honest. Or at least like speak the ideas out, have it transcribed on paper automatically, and then go back and review. That's probably a good idea. Sounds pretty easy. The different writing styles. So I have the different writing processes, which is how the writer writes, and the different writing styles, which is what the reader reads. Because, like, let's say A and B have, they both use the same writing process. They both record themselves, and they do that transcript thing that I talked about, right? That would be the same process, quote unquote, but they might be writing in different styles. So like this person has they use a flowery language. They sound pedantic, when they write. But the other person uses too simplistic of language in their writing, and it sounds like you're reading a mechanic's manual or something, So like the different writing styles, it's like nonfiction versus fiction. They're going to sound completely different when you read them. And even between fiction and fiction, they're going to sound different depending on a shit ton of things, Because MC is literally making actual YouTube videos, I need to get better at making actual YouTube videos, like literally. While I think obviously making literal YouTube videos consistently will definitely help me do that, I have to make video essays, man. I gotta actually make video essays. The question is, from what I've seen, they do take a while. Yeah, that's gonna be fun. Fuck. So I don't know. I gotta find something short. I gotta like try and make consistent 10-minute video essays, 10 to 15-minute video essays. Yeah, I gotta make it look real enough to be a film, and then I gotta make it fake enough to be a film. Which, like, some, if you look at, like, Saw, right? The Saw franchise. Saw makes some of them look fake, or, like, Hostel. Some of it looks really real, and some of it looks really fake. And the question is, how do I balance that? How do I make it look real enough that you question what you're watching, but fake enough that, it's fiction? I'm not trying to get investigated. I'm not trying to be put on a list. So, for different styles of horror, right? I have an idea of, will TK either get upset that he's getting, or they, I'm going to just keep saying they. I keep slipping into he, because a majority of serial killers are male. A majority of murderers are male anyway. Whether or not they will be male biologically, or identify as, I don't know yet. Although I do know if I write like a queer villain, people get upset, because of course they do. The quality of the video could be horrible to say. It's fake. You can't really see what's going on. Yeah, it's kind of hard. I think like the early videos that we film, the fake films, will probably be easier to do, because they have to look fake enough that obviously this, like, the majority of the people in the story think it's fake, and then that's when TK either gets upset that they're fake, or that they think it's fake, or that they take it in stride and they have to make the films better to make it look like it's real, that they actually murdered someone, because they did. And so either TK either like praises them, like, oh man, look at the shots, the special effects are so good, you know, versus like, oh, they like this person's trash. They get angry. I don't know which way I want um to take with. Like I don't know which ending I want. I know what kind of ideas I have and what kind of things I want, but I don't actually have it on a board yet. Yeah. Yeah, like some of them are going to look fake. Some of them are the quality is going to be bad. Like it's going to be on like a handheld camera that I got off of Amazon for like $10. You know, but then like overall over time the killer either gets better or worse, and I haven't decided which one I want to do. You know, because like I think they should get better. I think both the video essays and the killer get better, specifically the killer, because it's called killing for content. Like, eventually, I feel like the killer is going to be offended. Like, like at first they're going to be offended that their like art is getting critiqued, but over time, by some manner, they realize, oh, this person wants me to improve at killing people, even though they think it's fake. And so either the killer is going to like let people keep thinking it's fake or not. I don't know. Obviously, over time, there will be enough dead bodies that people might start connecting the dots. And I think I should bring in like message boards and forums, like things like 4chan and whatnot, and conspiracy boards and all that. Like, I want So I have a couple secrets. I want a couple secrets for the story. Honestly, it doesn't matter. I guess it'd be big questions slash decisions, or maybe like elements I want, like story beats I want. But okay, I'll just say it. At one point, I want other content creators, quote unquote, getting an idea of it, right? Like they see it and they make their own videos. But I want their videos to not be video essays, because that's going to draw away from our main character, you know? Not that in the universe other people aren't going to be making video essays about it. They definitely would. But the audience doesn't need to see that. What the audience needs to see is, oh, look at these people on this website. They found this cool analog horror, and it goes into a fake ARG, right? So, augmented reality horror, right? Or like, oh, these people are interacting with this killer on this message board, and it influences the story, or whatever, you know? I don't know how I'm going to do that without, like, realistically raising the awareness of the police. Maybe, like, the killer does, like, a whole Baraska kind of thing, and they have, like, a human farm. Ugh. Yeah, I don't know. One thing I don't want to have specifically, sexual assault. I don't want that. Purely because that shit gives me the ick. At least, okay. It's weird. It's weird. Because if I watch a fake essay, right? S-A, capital S, capital A, like in a movie, I'm not really perturbed by it. But if I read a fake essay, like Baraska, I get really fucking perturbed by it. I talked to my wife about it, and she's like, yeah, I think it's because your imagination's like making it way worse than what it is. And that's kind of what it is, I think. So, like, depicting it, I may, like, as like writing it, I might have a problem with. But depicting it on film, quote unquote, I may have less of a problem. However, if I'm posting these like fake video essays about this thing, I might not be able to show the fake films on YouTube. Like maybe I'd have to put on like something else. You know, like maybe the killer has their own website eventually, or I don't know. I'm undecided on that, mostly because I do not like doing that kind of thing. You know, it'd be weird. It'd be weird. It'd be weird. I don't know. I haven't gotten to it. Well, we're also not there yet. We're not in the storyboarding. We're not trying to figure... Yeah, I have to plan murder. I have to plan murder. And then plan the filming of said murder. And then film said murder. All fake, all in Minecraft. Obviously. Fucking duh. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. Okay. So some I definitely want, right? I want there to be at a max, like 1 to 3. I want like 3 killings to have gone before. I want 3, exactly 3. Now, I don't know what the world is going to look like. It's going to be modern. I don't think I want the supernatural or anything personally, but yeah. I want there to be 3 tapes out in the wild depicting 3 deaths. Okay? Rules. I gotta have rules. I'm trying to copy some styles, right? Obviously video essays. I gotta figure out how to do those without sounding like a dick. It's gonna be hard. But like Wendigoon, right? Wendigoon is a YouTuber who makes video essays, and not all of them are video essays. Some of them are just straight up videos. However, he does do things called icebergs, or he'll do like videos about a series, like the Mandela Catalog, another analog horror kind of thing, or Monument Monsters, I think. And so I don't know if he did for Monument Monsters, but I know he did it for Mandela Catalog, or Faith. I don't know. Sometimes he'll take he'll have like multiple videos in a series, and he'll just compile all of those videos into one big video, so that way it's easier for people to watch, which is nice for me, because I can just start and stop the same video instead of finding where I was in a playlist and then starting the thing, you know? Especially on YouTube Mobile. So one of the big things I want to try is like it to be pseudo collaborative, right? Like I would like it if other YouTubers or VTubers to get involved into making non-MC, non-TK content, right? Like, oh, a VTuber does a live stream of the fake TK videos or the fake MC videos. That would be cool, and I think it would give it like a little layer of like intrigue of like, oh my god, is it real? Holy shit! Oh my god! Whoa! Ooh, you know? I want people to be like, oh my god, so crazy. Like I think that'd be neat. I think it'd be cool. Who would I rather have make videos? I don't know. You know, like, I also would probably need help, like a Patreon community or something where we, like, take over a fucking 4chan message board for the day and we keep talking about this ARG, so that way I can have it for a video for someone else to make a video about my video for an ARG or an analog horror that looks like an ARG, but it's not a real ARG. Yeah. Kind of a lot. Kind of a fucking lot. And then I want like, oh no, this content creator got killed. So that'd be like, I think it'd be easier for VTubers, right? Like I would have someone, mom, Karina Vizzy, shout out to, I probably should. She's the one who made my model, by the way. So like, I think it'd be cool to, commission her again to make another model in which someone else poses as a VTuber for a while and they make some streams or they make some fucking YouTube videos or something, or like a PNG or whatever. Like a PNG tuber would probably be easier and way cheaper. Because my model cost me like a lot of money. like I only got it is affordable. I don't want to say cheap because it wasn't cheap. As affordable for me at the time because she let me do payments. It was like over $1,000 for fucking real. I can't even remember. I have to look at the invoices. Anyway, that's why I'm streaming so much. Got to get the money's worth. Know what I'm saying? Haven't made any money, but fuck you. But like I get her to. Not gonna lie, I joined because writing tag, but I'm so confused about what this is happening. Also, what's up? Hello, Teddy Bear Nation 808. Yeah, it's because I'm writing. I'm trying to write a story here. I guess I'll go through Little Moon. I'm gonna go through it real quick. Hello, welcome to the channel. I'm Hey Boss Bartender, and I like to drink alcohol a lot. Mostly because I'm an actual bartender now. I'm trying to write a story called Killing for Content. Yeah. Title in works. So this document is going to be my outline, some drafts, and some other bullshit. Crazy. By myself. Whoa. I've introduced myself. Crazy. So the final product of the idea is that I'm going to have an analog short story that is broken up in multiple VHSs that you can watch. Should come with some form of digital media. You can watch a VHS tape. Just want to look cool. /merch/prop. Because if you can't watch a VHS, I get it. So I will include like an actual way for you to watch it, like probably like a DVD or something, you know, with a menu and all that. Look cool. But getting a VHS tape of the movie, of the fake films, would be cool. Now, what the fuck? An analog horror, that's actually analog. And then I put the definition of analog, so I didn't have to explain it to anyone. So take a look at it. Read it. If you're watching the recording of it, pause it and read it. Because I'm not going to. And I haven't. You should know what an analog signal is versus a digital signal. An audiobook but video. You mean a video? You mean a video? We're getting there. We're getting there. So, a content creator, the main character of some kind, does some urban exploring and finds a VHS tape. The VHS tapes that you will eventually be able to buy, in theory. The VHS tape in question is actually a special film, because I don't know if I can say snuff. I'm obviously talking about tobacco snuff. Don't do tobacco. Yeah, tobacco film. It's a tobacco film now. It's actually a tobacco film. However, the tobacco film looks mostly fake for whatever reason. I haven't figured out how to make that fake, but we'll get there. Our main character laughs it off and makes a video / a stream about it and shows most of it. Most people agree and think that it's fake, right? Okay. The creator of the tobacco film, The Killer, or the creator, yeah, The Killer, or TK, either likes that they're getting away with it, or they're angry that MC and oh, hey, look, I can shorten. Look at this, I'm already making edits. That MC and most of the internet thinks that the films are fake. A key point is that the tapes were originally supposed to be found by the police because there are actual murders happening in the story. Are supposed to be found by the cops or some authority, but was instead found by our MC, right? I'm unsure how the killer finds out that they're... Yeah, see, look, that's like the whole... You automatically think all killers are male. Their hidden tapes were made into someone else's reaction content. They're not going to be like Fine Brothers reaction content, although I think making one reaction, like Fine Brothers reaction video, would be really funny. To be fair, most killers are male statistically, so you could get with his. Honestly, we could do like a thing where like, oh no, he's not actually male. Plot twist, the killer's total babe. Yeah, maybe, like, I don't know where I put it. I might not have written it. I'm unsure if I want to make the killer biological male or female, or what they identify as. Honestly, it might be like I either spin a fucking wheel on stream. That'd be fun. Spin a wheel on stream. Or, you know, have like a community decide, because it's going to take a while for me to do this shit. And I do intend to have writing streams on where I try and write this. Could be non-binary. Yeah. They could identify as non-binary. I don't know, man. I haven't gotten there. So maybe killed off. Yeah. So here's one thing, which makes it harder to find them. Would it? It depends on the country, I guess. Because, like, identifying as non-binary is pretty niche. So, like, I guess it depends if they're, like, out or not. Not gonna lie, I watch writing streams to procrastinate for my own. So my ADHD will pop up with some random, maybe helpful suggestions. Okay, yeah, fuck it, that's fine. I'm like, not even writing the outline. I'm just kind of writing a summary of what I want to get out of this, or like formatting the story. Like, I want an idea of what I have to do. I don't have technical ability to make my final product. I can't fucking make a VHS tape. I don't even know how to put a video onto a VHS tape. You know? Yeah, ideologue. Yeah. I don't have the technical ability to make my final product, so let's talk about how to get there. Making a story. First, the outline. The outline of the actual story, with major story beats throughout this step, will involve a lot of story building and experimenting with the writing. It's just going to be a fucking skeleton, you know? Second, the creepypasta. My favorite phase right here. We gotta make a shortened version of this fucking story. Alright, I expect the writing to suck dick for like several fucking iterations of this, right? But the idea is that it'll eventually, it'll give me time to practice, to actually write this thing, and try out some of my ideas, see which ones work, see which ones don't, see what the audience likes, see what they didn't like. Do I give a fuck about what the audience says? Because some of this is just mostly for me, kind of a thing, you know? But the idea is that it'll give me time. I can practice this shit. And this is just a test phase. There's going to be multiple different versions with multiple different endings, right? I gotta see which one I want. Third, the script. Writing scripts are fucking hard. Have you ever tried writing an actual, like, script? Like a movie script? Or a play script? You see how they're formatted? This shit's hard as fuck, right? Especially if you have to write more than one fucking script. One more fucking kind of script, right? There are two main perspectives that I gotta focus on. Our main character's video essays and the TK's films. Oh, you've written me a lot. I have an outline for mine where the first few pages are just random notes. If you ever need any help, I love this shit. So yeah. Yeah. It's great. It's great stuff, man. I'm having a fucking joyous time here. What do I have to learn? Alright, I know what I want. How do I get what I want? How do I do what I want? I have an idea what I want because I know enough about what I want. You know, I know a lot about bartending because I wanted to be a bartender. So I went out and I learned. I learned what I needed to learn to do what I wanted to do. What do I have to learn? I know some of what I have to learn. First, I gotta learn how to write. These are not in order. None of these are fucking order. At least for the writing part. How to use writing conventions properly without looking like a complete idiot. There's gonna be cliches. There's gonna be tropes. There is everywhere, you know? How do I use these effectively as storytelling vehicles instead of looking like a complete pretentious asshole or an amateur, right? How do I do that? The writing process. How a writer writes. I haven't written a fucking short story since like 5th grade. So, fucking rough. Like, I gotta figure out what works for me. You know, so I can actually put pen to paper kind of a deal. The different, you know, how a writer writes. The different writing styles. What the reader reads. Fuck, dude, this is gonna be hard. What styles of writing fits in the type of horror I want. You know, because I'm going beyond genre, or I guess less than genre, because obviously my genre is going to be horror, and more specifically, eventually it's going to be analog horror. So yeah, consistency is the name of the game. Best advice I can give as a writer myself. Yeah, fair. So I got to figure out like how I write. Like I gotta have my own established style and then keep that. And then also another thing will be like, how does my style, my writing style as a writer, go into my filmmaking style, how I direct, kind of a thing, you know? It's gonna be fucking hard. Okay. Second, how to make the two styles of content I want, right? Outside of the copy pasta, because the end product is to have it to be an analog horror with like 2 channels, technically, kind of like 2 YouTube channels, kind of a thing. So I have to expand my knowledge on how to make YouTube videos. Your standard YouTube video. Technically, they're both going to be YouTube videos, more or less. I have to expand my knowledge on how to like make a good video essay, you know, kind of like Wendigoon or like some other guys. I'm only thinking of Wendigoon recently because I've been watching him a lot. I just finished his Ruby Ridge video and that shit was good as fuck. Bricky makes video essays, you know? Yeah. Okay. I gotta edit better. I can't just cut off ends. I gotta stitch that shit well, you know? That's gonna be annoying. And then how to actually audio mix. I hate audio mixing. Which means that I'm probably not going to be recording the audio from my streams soon into the videos that I'm going to be posting of my streams and record my audio separately. Then yeah, it's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot to figure out. But yeah, yeah. How to expand my knowledge on how to make films. So this actually helps. So that's why I didn't put how to actually audio mix twice, because if I get decent at mixing an audio for a YouTube video, I will eventually get better on how to audio mix for the films. Not only get decent at making films, but I gotta make horror films. There's different kinds of horror film styles. If you watch like a bunch of analog horror, they all act different. That doesn't sound right. They all display themselves different to the audience. You know, some are like only a fucking webpage or something, and other people are reading the webpage. Kind of a deal. There's a lot of different ways to do it. How to balance the special effects. I gotta make it look real enough to pass as a tobacco film, but clearly fake enough to show that it's fiction, because in the actual story, our main character finds the tobacco film and thinks it's fake. So I gotta figure that out. Rules. I want to have rules to my story of like how I get stuff to work. I don't have all my rules yet, mostly because I haven't... I feel like it'll be easier for me to write if I give myself restrictions to a degree, so that way I'm not always, you know, off my nut, you know, trying to do some crazy shit. But yeah. Big story events I may or may not want. Before the first MC video, I want there to be at least 3 tapes out in the wild showing, you know, the people dying. You could make a private Discord to yourself to put things where you want in a more categorized way. That's interesting. I might do that. I also used to do this thing with some other people, but that shit's dead anyway, called a lore Bible. And so I'll have all of my lore, like, oh hey, here's some different events, and then they connect into a table of contents kind of a thing. I might do that. I don't know. I do like the Discord idea. That's actually interesting. Different channels have different things. Before the first, yeah, I want MC to have either have already collected or they're already in the process of collecting all 3 tapes. I want them to either be looking for the second tape by the time they're making the first video. And so by the time the first video posts in the story, they found the second tape. At a minimum. I don't know. Like, they might have all 3 tapes, and they're currently making all 3 videos. Yeah. I don't want 3 tapes total. Like, I want... like, a lot. You know? And... I don't know. Other non-MC, non-TK content creators... Because technically TK in this sense is like a content creator. To get involved, some may be killed off. Probably easiest to have a PNG tuber die off than a full-fledged VTuber would be Pog if I could get a YouTuber to make content. So here's a quick: you should kill off a friend or family member. Yeah. So how many tapes death do I want to happen? Right. That's a big question. I don't fucking know. All right. I haven't gotten there yet. If I do kill off other non-MC characters, named characters, is that when MC figures out the tapes are real? If that happens, does MC's perspective transition out of the video essays and into a third perspective that only the audience sees? So, let's say MC has a friend who's also a content creator, or they know of a content creator, and then they made a video about it, and then that person dies, and then when MC, like, oh no, they haven't been online for a while. Or this content creator who is actually dead in the story, right? Since they are actually dead in the story, but they only post every couple of months, like them being gone for a couple months or being despondent isn't like all crazy or anything. Is that when MC realizes like their friend is dead in the next video? Or does TK go like, or does MC be like, oh my god, TK's crazy, they got my friend to do this video, and so they like text them and they get ignored, and they get ignored, and then they get ignored, and then they get a message, and then they get like, they see TK with like their actual like head or some shit, and yeah, I don't know. That actually, oh fuck, actually, I gotta, so this is more, so I'm gonna keep this question, but I think this question is gonna be more like, how do I progress the story versus TK finds out they're real, or MC finds out they're real. Could have hints that he doesn't put together until later on. Yeah, so there's like 2 hints I want to go with. The tobacco films that MC is making the videos about are obviously evidence, right? They would definitely just be fucking evidence. Do the authorities approach MC suspecting them, since they are possibly the only one with the copies of the tape? Maybe I thought about having like a stalker film. Okay, how many tapes do I want to happen, right? Do the authorities approach MC suspecting them, since they are already, since they possibly are the only ones with copies of the tape? Alternative. Does MC or another character that has a copy of the tapes get swatted, and gets injured / dies, leading to MC and the other content creators not to trust the authorities? I think that'd be cool. No one trusts the cops, obviously, because cops. Does TK have another content killer as an accomplice? Yeah, I'm gonna call them the content killer. Fuck you. Fuck you. Should I involve the deep / dark web in some way, like in the story? Could be a cool concept, personally. And then if I do I make actual web pages in the deep web? That's all fuck. That'd be cool. Yeah, so if I make an actual deep web pages, do I post the fake tobacco films on there? That'd be cool. I think it'd be cool. I'm not gonna lie. I've had about 2 hours of this content. I'm getting a little fucking tired of writing. Holy fuck, I did not think I would be writing for about 2 hours or so, and that I would also get tired of it. Well, I did think I'd get tired, but I didn't realize how fucking tired I'd be. Hey guys, thank you for coming and watching this video. Hopefully, you guys will come again, and I really appreciate you guys being here. Hey guys, editor's note here. Yeah, I know everything in this video kind of sucks and is very roughly edited. But I also have several more hours of content to edit. So, yeah. I didn't put as many notes as I wanted to, editor's notes in it. You know. But yeah, it's, you know, it is what it is. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. And, I hope you all have a wonderful day.